Breaking news, President Trump today calling on the Justice Department to find the senior administration official who said in the New York Times that the president is a danger to the country. Don't they need to identify a specific crime first? More breaking news, a Trump campaign official about to learn his fate for lying to the FBI, and I sat down with George Papadopoulos for an exclusive interview. That's right ahead. Plus, he's back and leading the charge. President Obama delivering a fiery speech attacking President Trump and delivering a rallying cry to Democrats ahead of the midterm elections. But might this all backfire? Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to The Lead. I'm Jake Tapper. President Trump is officially moving past denying the existence of the author of that explosive anonymous New York Times op-ed and is now demanding that a law enforcement investigation be opened into his or her identity, telling reporters today on Air Force One that he wants Attorney General Jeff Sessions to investigate and uncover which senior member of his administration wrote it.
National security, I would say Jeff should be investigating who the author of that piece was, because I really believe it's national security.
The president insisting this is a national security matter. Let's get right to CNN's Caitlin Collins at the White House. Caitlin, the president and Attorney General Sessions obviously have a very strained relationship. You're talking to sources familiar with Sessions thinking, what are they telling you?
Well, Jake, Sessions has come to terms with the fact that things between him and President Trump are not going to end well one way or the other. When President Trump first started attacking Sessions, he kept his head down, said he was going to keep doing his job over at the Justice Department. And then as those attacks increased, he started pushing back. And now in recent weeks, he is readily acknowledging that things between the two of them have gotten even worse. He jokes from time to time that he checks out the president's Twitter feed to see what his job status is. But in all seriousness, he's signaling that he's prepared for whatever the outcome is going to be, even if that includes being fired.
President Trump tonight calling on his attorney general to investigate the unnamed source of a critical New York Times op-ed questioning his ability to lead the country.
I think it's national security. I would say Jeff should be investigating who the author of that piece was, because I really believe it's national security.
Speaking to reporters on Air Force One, Trump voicing concern that the anonymous official who described the president as petty and ineffective has a security clearance.
Supposing I have a high-level national security man and he has got a clearance and he goes into a high-level meeting concerning China or Russia or North Korea or something, I don't want him in those meetings.
Asked if he can trust his own White House staff.
But what I do is now I look around the room and I say, hey, if I don't know somebody.
Sources say Trump has fumed about the op-ed since it was published, as the search inside the administration continues to be a guessing game.
We're going to take a look at what he had, what he gave, what he's talking about, also where he is right now. Eventually the name of this sick person will come out.
As high-ranking officials race to deny it was them who trashed Trump, the president not ruling out administering lie detector tests.
People have suggested it. Rand Paul, who I like and respect, came out this morning. He said, have him take lie detector test.
Miles away from Washington, Trump in South Dakota tonight with the Russia investigation on his mind, telling reporters he's open to sitting down with the special counsel Robert Mueller with conditions.
I'm doing under certain circumstances. I think it's a big waste of time because there was no collusion.
But the president voicing concern about perjuring himself.
I don't want to be set up with a perjury trial. Number one, everybody that looked at anybody over there, they get them on some kind of a lie.
Now, the New York Times has responded to the president's directive for Sessions, saying in a statement, we're confident that the Department of Justice understands that the First Amendment protects all American citizens and that it wouldn't participate in such a blatant abuse of government power. The president's threats both underscore why we must safeguard the identity of the writer of this op-ed and serve as a reminder of a free and independent press to democracy. Of course, Jake, that comes as the president isn't even making clear what it is he believes is there for Jeff Sessions to investigate.
All right, Caitlin Collins at the White House for us. Thank you so much. Let's talk about with the panel. So President Trump is claiming this is a matter of national security. To be fair, both this anonymously written op-ed, the Bob Woodward book, say that this is a matter of national security, with all these senior administration officials suggesting that President Trump